depression. We're going to Mount Corel for therapy. Alright, Barrett. Sorry to re-traumatize you, but we're heading back to your home. I'm sure things can only go well for you. But whatever happens, we're here for you, okay? But first, just nymph. Sorry, bunnies. We're stealing your stuff again. Oh, nice. Okay, what the fuck is this mushroom thing over there? I'm curious. Is that an actual mushroom? Hang on, Chocobo. Hang on, Chocobaby. No, I really shouldn't call it a Chocobaby. That sounds just cruel. And wrong. Oh!
Oh, wow. That mushroom has a door.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Come on, baby girl. Damn it, we should have taken you here on our date, but we didn't think to look in here. That's okay. We're making up for it now. This is the post-date gathering. Alright, Aerith. I wish you could do the honors. But, it won't let us. Knock, knock! It's me! Ah! God, that's so bright. Whoa! Look at this fancy place.
Welcome to our Moogle Emporium.
Hello, weird little koala.
I'm sorry to say, we aren't open quite yet, and I'm not even sure when we will be.
Oh no! It's the minions of the Final Fantasy VII world!
And we can't do business without them, Kupo. Actually, maybe you wouldn't mind helping?
That is adorable, but
Fine. I'll see what I
damn,
can do.
you big old softy! Don't let them walk over you, clown! Where are we luring them again? Oh, okay, yep, sorry.
Over here.
God. Cursed, actually. Wow! Okay, you're a nasty little fucker. Alright, so it's like rounding up the cuckoos. Whoops! Ah! Fuck! God damn it, you little shit! Alright, we got 3 of them. Where's the other 2? Oh, mosh! Okay, that's 4 of you. You're a menace. There we go. We did it! We put those little koalas back in the tree where they belong.
Much, Kupo. Now we can finally open the Emporium.
Excellent. Are they your children? You should take better care of your kids, Kupo. Okay, well, that happened. The bunnies are holding out on me. It's a conspiracy! Yes. We're just getting changed in the open. No one minds. Especially me and Aerith. Alright. Hey Barrett, how you feeling? How you feeling about being back here, Barrett?
Out of service.
So we've got to walk?
You'll be fine. Fresh air, nice view.
The view ain't all that. Not unless you enjoy staring at ruined reactors.
Right. You grew up around here, didn't you?
Let's get a move on.
Yeah.
Hey, Cloud. Materia's like super condensed Mako or something, right?
So?
So, that means wherever we find Mako, we'll find Materia too.
Man, you are barely containing your special interest. And also, holy shit! Yuffie! Yuffie!
You know, Yuffie, when you're part of a team, you can't just do whatever you feel like.
Yeah, thank you, Barrett. That was a really hard push. You could have killed me.
Yep.
Run, dear. Yuffie's a dangerous beast. He's gonna steal our materia.
How? Do I get permission or not?
Wow.
Sure, you can do it while you're warming the bench.
It's an abuse of power. Tyrant! Tyrant! Tifa, tell me your secret. How'd you put up with this jerk face?
His good qualities outweigh the bad.
So what, like a 55-45 split?
Close to.
Not you too, Tifa.
Yeah, not you too, Tifa. Everybody stop picking on Barrett. He's going back to the place where his trauma is. We could cut him some slack, guys. Look at us. We're just all vibing. We're having a great time together. My girlfriend and fur baby. What more could I ask for? But, seriously though. Sorry, dear.
I think Aerith might need a break.
Sorry.
Oh no, Aerith!
My legs
I'm
are
so sorry,
cold.
baby girl. I thought you were right behind me. Oh, that's so
rest here.
sweet that Red stayed
if we
behind
stop now,
though.
the
That's
material-
really sweet that he's like
I mean, the
helping you
mystery man
up.
might slip
Aw.
away.
The moral
Hey, I
support.
know what to do. I'll go on ahead and scout the area for us.
Bye, Tifa. You okay, baby girl? We can rest at the bench. I love that Aerith is literally me. Like, my housemates and I have tried going on, like, hikes and stuff, and I'm always the one that needs to, like, stop and sit down every couple hundred meters, so I definitely know the feeling, Aerith. Well done, baby girl. Oh, hey. Oh, how nice of you, Yuffie, to leave a trail behind for us. But you really didn't have to do Barrett like that. Is that in Japanese? Wonder what it says. Barrett's getting annoyed at Yuffie and she got upset. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're diametrically opposed personalities. They're gonna clash sometimes. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, that's such an epic view. Baby girl, look at this. Whoa. That's pretty epic. Well, this stopped being a hiking trail and became rock climbing. Oh no, now Yuffie made Barrett cry. Jesus. Oh, hang on, is that Tifa? Yeah, I think that might be Tifa, actually.
You still holding up okay?
Yeah, feeling great actually. Could do this all day. It's like someone's pulling me up.
You've become one with the mountain.
Say what?
Really? You did? Hey! Thanks for having me!
The hell are you doing, Red?
Relax. It happens to all new climbers. If she passes out, I'll carry her.
Let's go!
Oh, Aerith, sweetie, you're doing your best. Okay, I won't leave you hanging, but you're trying. I mean, considering that you were getting exhausted on the rooftops in Remake, you're actually doing way better than you give yourself credit for. And what the game gives you credit for, actually. You're doing great. Now come up here before you actually do pass out. Nanaki. Come on, Aerith. Good job, Aerith. Whoa. Alright, careful, baby girl. The torrent's a bit rough. You still doing alright, baby girl?
I tell ya, hikers these days ain't got no manners. You greet each other proper.
Where are you?
Well, I'll be. Finally, folks who've got some manners.
Oh, okay, you were talking about the others. Yeah, sorry, I don't claim them.
Not looking good, second in. Ready? Nice. Shit.
Stop picking up, baby girl! Prick! Oh.
Really backing off a bit.
Yes. No, hey! I fucking blocked that. That was bullshit. All right, baby girl, let's do it.
Here it comes.
Well done, baby girl. We're such a great team. Love you. Whew. Man, I sure hope that was worth it. We should probably heal. Oh shit.
Think the others are okay?
We'll see.
And then the narrator goes, turns out they were not okay. Man, poor Barrett. Everybody's antagonizing him. Boxes! Alright, where to now, my beloved? Oh boy. Guys, I don't think we should go up there. Aerith, no! Aerith, baby girl, I love you, but don't be so reckless. Hang on, is that rude? Oh. I don't want to deal with rude. Stop trying to insert the Turks into everything. Can we just have one plot line which doesn't have these fuckers in it? Because you're not even doing anything deep with them. They're just an annoyance. But anywho, guess we gotta do it. Oh, they're fucking transporting them.
Out you go. Well, look who it is.
Hey, Elena.
You here to
Oh,
fight?
yes!
What?
You will not hurt my baby girl. I will protect her with my life. Man, I really fucked up that pronunciation, but yeah.
Don't know why. 1 minute they were okay, and the next,
Depression.
whatever. This is
We're
way
going to
above
Mount
my
Corel
pay
for
grade.
therapy.
So, that's it?
Oh, that's a screenshot right there
Since you're here.
of my dream team. Can we not? I don't feel like it. Oh!
We'd love to stay and chat, but Rude and I are busy people.
Yeah, sure you are.
More than happy to keep you company, though.
Oh, it's a she? Oh, wow, how progressive of you. Amazing.
Be nice. Shitbirds.
Okay, Elena, I'll give it to you. Shitbird is actually a fucking hilarious gag. Ah! Stop firing me! So fucking rude. This lock-on does not work very well. Ah! It locks on, but then the camera doesn't follow the lock-on, which kind of defeats the point of locking on. What? Okay. Get him, guys. Ah!
Here he comes.
Ah! Get away from the gas! Nanaki, watch out! Ow! Hope we get a limit break soon.
Hey,
Thank you! Your best bodyguard I could ever ask for. Alright. That comes
let the wind
very
catch
clutch.
you.
Thank you. That's better. Much better.
Too bright?
Yeah, well done, Cloud.
I'd keep my distance if I were you.
Ah! The disrespect.
One more shot.
There we go. Now for our power couple move. The power of love compels you.
There.
There we go. Excellent. I kind of forget that I have that ability. Hey! Stop it! Yeah, see, that camera doesn't follow. Oh, Cloud. No! No! Get out of there! Yeah. Oh, now what are you? No! Not my baby girl!
It's aiming at you.
Ah! Sorry, baby girl! Sorry, Nanaki! Look, I didn't mean to! I don't think there was any way I could have avoided that. No! Stop picking on him! Alright, Aerith. We gotta refocus. Gorgeous! Masterful! Planet's protection, here we go!
I won't let anyone hurt you.
Fuck yeah! Try and damage us now, motherfucker! Ha ha!
Gotta dig deep for this one. Stay strong.
You can do 2 limit breaks in a row? What the fuck? Sure.
This one's for you.
Oh no! Oh, an attempt was made, Cloud. Man, I feel bad about that. I'm sorry. Do your thing.
See you soon.
We're gonna do this one more time, baby girl. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's go. Beautiful. Alright, we'll control Naki for a second. There we go. Naki gets the final blow. Nice. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Wait, but where the fuck did Naki go? Oh, hell, he must have jumped off. You guys are the best team
Troops
ever.
are back on duty, huh?
Wish they'd all go on vacation.
For real.
Yeah,
Come
same.
on. We need to find the others.
Hello, Rufus. Rufus the
The next
doofus.
order of business is the Magnus Materia project.
Magnus Materia.
As you are aware,
Oh, look, we're back with these
simultaneous
fuckers
energy
again.
spikes were
Oh,
detected
goody.
among- We found the spikes stemmed from the arrival of visitors, unfathomably large life forms.
The weapons?
Is that
Ooh.
a weapon?
Yeah, I thought
Based
so.
on available
Can we stop doing
information,
uncomfortable close-ups
they
on everybody? You
supposedly
really
appear
don't
when
need
the
that.
planet is in danger.
Finally, my dream of capturing one is within reach.
Well, fuck you. I hope you never achieve your dreams. I hope you die a painful death. Everything you're saying right now, I wish that could happen to you. And also, stop looking at the camera. I can't stand it. I want you to suffer.
Mr. President, please. What is this really about?
Wutai is after them.
Oh boy, we gotta stoke that culture war.
Mr. President.
Oh yeah, Reeve, you're here too. Okay, you're
there's a
fine.
question I never had the chance to ask your father. Perhaps you could speak on his behalf. We
Are you
used
gonna be nice?
Kabbidge's activities as a cover to sabotage our own reactors and destroy Sector 7.
Oh boy, careful.
Your father assured us these acts were in service to the Neo-Midgar project. However, the fact remains that we have yet to locate the promised land of legend, or even confirm if it actually exists.
Great though he was, my father was old.
Yeah, he was a fucking boomer. He didn't know anything about anything.
Why is it that none of you even tried to stop him? I expect you all to prove that you are devoted not only to the company, but to me.
Yay! We got ourselves Dictator Jr. doofus over here. Oh god, there's a fly. It's one of those little fruit flies. Get the fuck out. What the fuck? Okay, that was a really jarring transition to Zack right there. That was really fucking jarring. Okay, so that shot of Aerith, like, looking up at the sky afterwards, if this part with Zack had immediately followed that, that would make sense, you know? Just by, you know, looking up at the sky. To have that Shinra cutscene put between the two, it really throws off the cohesion of the story. There's just little things with this game. The pacing and the way they decide to order things and to shoehorn in moments for characters doesn't make sense to the cohesion of the overall story, in my opinion. I mean, I had a problem with the first Zack segment, how it just awkwardly cut into the Nibelheim flashback. Like, that was very jarring and doesn't exactly make it clear what's going on. And I know a lot of people are going to defend it like, well, that's the plan. Well, no. If their plan was to have things be intentionally vague, why the fuck are there so many Ultimanias coming out to explain everything in a really dumbed down way? Like, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be vague, but they also want to micro-explain absolutely everything at the same time, and it's just awkward. It's messy. Can I jump on this mattress? Oh, that's boring. Okay. So, we're hiding out in this house. Not gonna answer that door yet. I want to check out my surroundings. I may as well, since you've forced me here. And yeah, just to clarify, I do absolutely think that this is a separate timeline. Like, the end of Remake made that kind of clear. Oh, hey! Oh, hey! What? Alright! Shit. Sorry, yeah, no, I completely forgot. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Aerith's here, and Cloud is here. My god, you could have put these mattresses in a better spot. There's light shining on his face. That's not going to be comfortable to sleep. Damn, Zack. Get better bedside manner. Okay, but seriously, I want to have a look at this. Okay. That materia is still white. And if I remember correctly from the scene with Aerith in Costa del Sol, the white materia was transparent. Which I'm guessing is not a good thing. I'm not sure what it means yet. Maybe the white materia has lost its power because of, like, Sephiroth interference or something. Because I definitely think that the Sephiroth we're seeing in these games have foreknowledge and stuff, so he's doing things preemptively to try and one-up Aerith, who, you know, also had foreknowledge and tried to stop things. But yeah, so far I think that's what's going on, but obviously this is only the second time we've seen Zack, so that remains to be seen. But also, I need to ask some more serious questions here. Why the fuck doesn't Cloud get his own pillow? I mean, it looks like you made a makeshift pillow anyway, but, to be fair, that's not a proper pillow for Aerith either, but at least you gave her a pillow. Poor Cloud doesn't have anything. And another thing, I know I've been complaining about the amount of feet that have been shown in Rebirth so far, but who the fuck wants to go to bed in their boots? Even if you don't take off your socks, at least take off your shoes. Like, imagine those shoulder plates. Those aren't going to be comfortable. Aerith's dress probably isn't too bad. Yeah, are they breathing? I can't tell whether I'm hallucinating or they're, like, very slightly breathing. Okay, yeah, I think they're breathing. I don't think they're dead. They're, like, asleep somehow. But yeah. What the fuck is with this game's transitions into this other world thing? It's very awkwardly done. I'll put it that way. But, alright. I guess I've left this person hanging enough. Who the fuck are you and what do you want? Oh, hey, Elmira!
Elmira?
Where the fuck is my daughter? You fucking broke her heart, I'm gonna punch your lights out. Up the stairs, Elmira.
Upstairs.
Wait for me! Wait, I was just up there. Hang on. Man, poor Elmira. Like, seriously, she deserves better. Alright, here we go.
I'm going to take her home.
Now slow down. I've been to your place. Shinra's got it staked out.
Not anymore. They have bigger things to worry about.
Okay.
But...
And I can't leave her with you.
Yeah!
Of course you can. Just look at Cloud. I've been taking care of...
No, you haven't. Look at the state you've left her in. You didn't even wipe her face, for goodness sake.
Yeah! Roast him!
I'm sorry. Your note had me worried, and now that I'm here, I can see that I was right to be concerned.
Okay, yeah, she's breathing. She's fine. I mean, not fine, but could be a lot worse. Okay, but what is going on with these two?
I brought a wheelchair for Aerith. But if Cloud's coming too, you'll just have to carry him.
Yeah, let's go all band of brothers with it!
That's Aerith's,
thing.
Yes, I know.
No! Show us how they got down... Show us how Elmira got Aerith down the stairs with a wheelchair, you cowards!
You're okay. Right, Aerith?
Yeah, she'll be fine. Sorry, Odie. Okay, does this place look a bit different, or am I just misremembering what Sector 5 looks like? Oh wait, no, that's the back of the orphanage.
Yes?
What happened to this place?
No, we can talk and walk.
The world's ending. At least, that's what everyone's saying.
Ooh. White Lily is falling apart. Symbolism. Ooh, actually, shit. Yeah, that sky. That sky is not good. There we go. See, that was a decent transition. Why couldn't we have done that to go into the Zack timeline?
Hey, which way do you think Midgar is?
It would be east of here. That way.
I wonder how my mom's doing back there.
She seemed fine when I saw her. Maybe a little worried.
She's gonna hate me for this.
Hey, I think she understands that you're doing your best.
She'll understand.
Really looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, she's probably gonna ground you, but it's because she cares. She's a bit of a boomer helicopter parent, but fact is she cared about you, and she really did her best in not ideal circumstances. I just really hope that she's learnt not to be such a helicopter parent, because, yeah, you're a grown girl, and just by the nature of who you are, you're gonna run into trouble anyway.
Over here!
Oh, hey guys! Yes, I see you. How convenient, you guys weren't even that far from where we were fighting. Could have had a hand, you know.
Sorry we're late!
You okay?
Yep. Really worked up a sweat.
So, how'd recon go?
All clear. No nasty surprises, and no materia.
Wait, so how did you guys get past the helicopter without triggering the Valkyrie then?
Which is the whole
Seems like you guys didn't do as good of a scouting job as you reckon. Anywho, I'm not gonna roast you guys too much about that. This is game logic. Oh hey, there's the ship. Man, you can barely see Costa del Sol. There is a fruit fly harassing me right now. Oh. Ooh, okay. Yep. That is a lot of Marco. Wouldn't want to fall in that. Woo! Boom.
Hey, so what's the deal with all these creepy hooded guys anyway?
They're Shinra's victims.
Well, they're in good company. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
How you figure?
When Shinra invaded Wutai, it was pretty bad. They leveled towns, killed thousands. And when the dust settled, they forced some BS truce on us.
I thought both sides wanted a ceasefire.
The old geezers at the top did, yeah. But the rest of us were pissed. They They'd been running Wutai into the ground for years. It was the last straw. We were done. Everyone was ready to kick those old farts to the curb. And that's when Colonel Lodbrok's team showed up.
Oh.
3 ex-soldiers ready to join the cause.
Exposition.
Who'd you say?
Lodbrok. His squad saved Wutai from those senile old fossils. Paved the way forward.
Oh no, we make Glenn Lodbrok a
Alone, though.
white
While
savior.
the crew was rallying the people, their friend Viceroy Saruf agreed to help. Then, bam! Revolution. And that is how the interim government was born.
Revolution, huh? Y'all did good.
Yeah. Yeah, we love radicals. Supporting radicals.
Because once this war with Shinra's behind us, the whole country's gonna come together and decide what kind of government we want.
That's great.
Which is why we're doing everything we can to make sure the interim ends in independence.
Definitely. You gotta preserve your
Cool,
culture.
right?
I mean, yeah, that is genuinely cool. I really hope Wutai maintains its independence because it's kind of just a tourist trap at this point. Yeah, friendly reminder to people that Zack is a war criminal who was complicit in all that. Like, he was killing Wutaian soldiers on their own home ground. It's not even that they were fighting in a, you know, neutral territory or anything. He was slaughtering Wutaians on their own home soil. And even if he didn't kill any civilians, you know, he was still complicit in the system that was committing genocide. So, yeah, that gets a little overlooked way too much with Zack. Because it's like, oh, he's such a puppy dog. He has such a puppy dog personality. And it's just like, yeah. No, I don't want to. I want to go over here. No, it's so annoying when the game does this. Let me go where I want. You already have a marker telling me where I need to go. I don't need you to force me to go in the direction you want me to. Especially since I'm probably going to have to explore that area in like 2 minutes anyway. Just let me look at it now. Okay, careful, Yuffie. It's dangerous. Uh-oh. Run, run! Get away from the cliff face, maybe. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, don't worry, it's probably fine. We can get splashed by Marco.
The hell was that thing?
A weapon. Tutelary creatures, set only to appear when the planet is in grave danger. Hojo has sought them for years.
Did you see what was inside it? That had to have been the biggest freaking materia ever!
We get it.
Gotta figure out how to catch that overgrown fish.
That guardian of the planet?
Whatever.
Yeah. Red's like, you are just desecrating everything right now.
It's mine. I called it.
Cool. You fish.
Huh?
We'll keep moving.
Hey, not cool.
That was Marco. People get Marco poisoning just from being in contact with that shit. You guys shouldn't be fine. You just got splashed all over by that.
Lange was right about the threat they posed all along. We were, weren't we?
Yeah. But don't forget, Shinra's not the only problem.
Yeah, we know. Sephiroth's the bigger threat, and it really brings this story down because we're focused on a cliche big bad, and we don't actually address any of the systemic issues following Shinra's actions or anything. Sephiroth's just a convenient excuse not to demolish the system, because it's just like, oh yeah, if we just remove a few bad apples. No, the system is fucked no matter who's on top. Yeah, this is bullshit. Like, actual bullshit. It's splashed all over us. We should be having Marco poisoning right now. But I guess we're fine. Okay, whatever, game. Whatever's convenient for the plot. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, the lighting of him is really bad. It makes everybody look kind of cursed. Like, dear God. Oh, here we are. In another mine. Any boxes for me to destroy? Barrett, you got any, like, insightful information about mining and stuff? Whoa. There's a bridge. Oh wait, I remember this place. Yeah, it's the... Yeah, I remember. I remember the track. It was like a roller coaster thing. Yeah.
What?
You know this area, don't you?
Control room's up there, at the top of the cliff.
How do we reach it?
Through the mine. Won't be a walk in the park, though. Place has been abandoned for years.
Ah.
We're working on it. Just wait a minute.
They're so fucking impatient. Oh. Oh shit, Cloud. Cloud! Careful.
Come on.
And that's when we were all like, oh shit, there's a connection between these two.
Perhaps the Mako got to him. Regardless, he's clearly tired.
Yeah, thank you for acknowledging that, Nanaki. You can't just get Mako sprayed on you and not have any consequences.
When that thing rings,
but also the rest of you should be having symptoms too.
Don't move till you're good and ready.
Oh, we're controlling Yuffie now. Okay. Oh, hey.
Our black-clad friends mean to swim across the river, but I see no reason not to use the bridge.
You go. We got him.
I'll be okay. Just give me a minute.
Man, I love their little friendship that they're even saying like this. Alright, we're gonna chill here for a second. Damn, Barrett, you were in the way. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see the animation. Man, that would hurt your butt. While the A team is recuperating, Team B is going over here. Now I can destroy boxes in many ways. Sorry, Pigeon. Look out, shit's about to get real. Alright, let's try Yuffie's fighting.
You will regret this. That's a good word to describe me. I'm thinking legendary.
Genuine question though. Why are we getting Yuffie to lead the charge when Barrett's the one who knows this place? It's the whole Chadley thing all over again. Why are we getting Chadley to give exposition on something that would be more meaningful coming from Aerith organically learning how to be etc. By just them, you know, going around the world and stuff. I know these are nitpicks, but considering that people are giving this game scores that are on par with games like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3, I expect higher. I expect a certain level of quality when you're giving this game review scores as high as Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3.
The generator's just across the way. Gotta use that grappling hook. Shouldn't be a problem for you, right?
None at all.
Yeah, watch me fall into the pit. Wow! Oh god, I'm drowning! Where the fuck is this water coming from? Ah, there's a bend up there. I see. Alright, let me grab these things real quick. Yeah, realistically, I should be fucking dead. Are you impressed with my acrobatics? Whoa! Whoa, where the fuck? Whoa, okay, that was weird. Never put Tifa's tits on Yuffie again. I don't need that cursed image. Fun fact, Yuffie is actually my disc 2 and 3 third party member. Because, you know, obviously in OG, Aerith died at the end of disc 1. And I liked using Yuffie because of her limit break that has healing effect, which, considering that no one else is a particularly good healer in OG, it was just very helpful to have that. Man, this is a fun ability. Just spam them with orbs until they die. And how the fuck does everyone know the code to be able to do this shit? Let's go, kids. Yeah! What was Tifa grind railing with? Damn, Yuffie's... Yuffie's attacks are so fun, actually. How dare you? We need to sit there. No fair having enemies right next to your safe space. Sacrilegious. Alright. Go. Oh hey, there's trees down here. Oh my god. It's one of those chimera things. I forget what that one's called specifically. Is it a basilisk? Oh, cockatrice. That's right. Stop picking on me! Fuck you for trying to petrify me. Whoa. Ow. That was so rude. I thought it was something special for me. Oh fuck, cock! Cock! We cocked it! So how the fuck are you alive again? Why are you alive? Also, what was the point in that? I don't think we did anything. Okay, well I'm running away. I need to regroup. I need to reevaluate. Down here. God, why are there so many of you? Oh god, there's two of them! No! Damn. That was blood curdling. Guys! Oh god, I'm stuck in the corner! What the fuck is even happening? Get your cock out of my face! I don't think I've ever really thought about bird penis before. I mean, I know they have them. I just never thought about it. And now I am. So thanks, cockatrice. Thanks for putting that in my head. Oh, hey! We can see the party over there. Look at them. They're all still vibing. Good for them. Ah! Ah! No! 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 Guys, we're not doing this. Not today. No! I'm fleeing. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, but this is pretty though. Hey there, look! Up here, guys! I can see you. You're taking very good care of Cloud, and I appreciate that. No! Parrot, where the fuck are you aiming? Again, this lock-on is shit. Come on, dude, I'm not even picking on you.
Not again. Why do I gotta do all the work?
Because apparently you're the only one flexible enough. I'll say, hey guys, you see me? How epic do I look? Am I badass? Can I knock these over? Push! Fuck yeah. Knock over those boxes. And then we knock over those boxes and... What? No! I wanted to get that box! No! That one. And that one. And you. And you. Well, I got most of them. Wow. Well done. Well done, parkour queen. Oh! Oh, it's the birds! I feel like we should leave that alone. We don't need to do anything with you.
We have to help them.
Oh, it's trying to eat the babies.
Way ahead of ya.
Nobody hurts the babies.
Over here, bird brain.
Nah, Elena's shitbird was way better. IW shitbird.
You good? Oh yeah.
Alright, come here, shitbird. Gigatrice. What the fuck is that name? Fucking Gigachat over here. Come on, guys, what you waiting for? Stop! Not with the tornadoes, you dick! My one weakness. Ah! God! What is it with enemies being annoying with tornadoes for? Stop! It's an unfair way of getting an advantage. Here we go. Whoa, that was cool. Ah! Ah! Stop with the tornadoes! Get away from me! Okay, while you guys doing that, I just want to check on the chickies real quick. Hello, baby chicks. Okay, you're doing fine! Alright, I'll hold them off. No, not the dust devil! No! Oh, fuck! 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 You can't just drop a thing like that on me! What a prick! Alright, make me proud, kids.
All day. Hell yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Fire in the hole, bitch. Ha! Suck shit. Whew. 50 party XP, thanks. That were the chickies. Pekka!
Come here. Or not?
And then it gets eaten by a snake!
What the?
Oh. Okay, that works too.
Leave me alone. Hey.
Oh, Barrett's got a friend.
Someone has a fan.
Or a fan. Barrett's got a fan.
Got enough hangers on already, but fine.
It's just a nice bestie. And then it shits on your shoulder for good luck.
Check out its head. Does it remind you of anyone?
Cloud's father was a bird, confirmed.
That settles it. I hereby dub thee Cloud Jr.
Cloud Jr. He's like, that's a shit fucking name.
Hey, we could take that minecart down. Save ourselves a hike.
Sure.
Not the smoothest ride, but it sure is fast. Me and Dine used to...
Oh, Barrett, sweetie.
Forget it. Let's just lower the bridge and get back to the others.
Meanwhile, fuck the other birds. They're not special enough. We're just gonna leave them here to starve to death.
Okay.
Can't we adopt all the birds?
But which one?
Yeah, I got this.
I mean, to be fair, how did... Earlier, when she was fixing up the elevators, how the fuck did she know the codes to do that? It doesn't make sense! Oh, look at them. They're all recovered now. Oh, yay! My team!
They did it.
Nice.
Team Red!
We'll take a cart back down. You three follow the tracks till you hit the bridge into town. The gentler the ride, the better. Don't want anyone losing their lunch.
I'm begging you, Cloud, please.
I wouldn't mind some excitement, but what you gonna do?
Alright, Team Red. Give me an R, give me an E, give me a D. Team Red, let's go. Oh man, I remember this bit in the OG where you would go on that roller coaster bit and you had to be careful. You had to mind the gaps, otherwise you'd fall. And there was like there was an Aerith weapon you could get if you fell in the right place and grabbed at the right time. And that nice song, Holding My Thoughts in My Heart, I think. This is the second place you hear it. Because first time you hear it is when you're leaving Midgar. Do I want to make Barrett happy, or do I want to prevent Yuffie from getting sick? Well, because I think it'll be funny, I'm gonna do this for Barrett. Like, seriously, coming back here is probably gonna do.
Gonna be okay? These tracks seem about ready to fall apart.
I have a feeling they'll hold for a while yet. You do? Of course. I'm standing on them, aren't I?
Wait,
Yeah.
I've read about this. Cats and dogs can sense all kinds of stuff through their paws. Things our feet could never pick up on. Yeah, they're super sensitive. You're pets, right?
Except that mine can discern far more than any pet.
So, Red,
No,
I didn't even say anything yet.
you didn't have to.
One squeeze,
No.
please. If not for me, at least for Cloud.
I mean, I am kind of curious.
Let me do it.
How about this? At the next inn, we treat you to a foot massage.
Yes! Cloud and Aerith know how to look after their fur baby. I love that even though that Costa del Sol date was optional, like, the fact that Red, like, brings them both closer together is, like, pretty much canon at this point. They're both united in the fact that they have a soft spot for Red. I mean, who fucking wouldn't? He's such a good boy. He's best boy. Aerith is baby girl. Cloud is baby boy. And Nanaki is best boy. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna stick it to the perilous path because, first off, it'll be funnier to see Yuffie freak out. And two, coming back here is probably very traumatizing for Barrett. So I'm gonna give him whatever joy I can. Man, I miss the first soldier.
That'll do.
Whoa! Not sure where those butterflies came from. What does that butterfly mean, Aerith? It was so pretty, but I'm not sure what it was for. Alright, well, before we do anything else, look at us! We climbed to the top of the mountain! Me, my girlfriend, and our fur baby! Team Red! This is the bridge! Oh, this bridge from OG! And it was stuck in that awkward angle. Oh man, those were good times. Also, why is there just a random boat in the middle of the lake for? I want to jump on it. Sorry, Yuffie. You're gonna throw up your lunch. I know I can sympathize because Cloud can also get motion sick.
What's our route looking like?
Did what I could. Should be fine.
Are you sure? Like, really sure?
Thanks for that. Sit tight. We'll be down soon.
Man,
Only way out is through.
I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm sorry, Yuffie. Okay, well, since that one is Cloud Jr., I'm gonna call this one Aerith Jr. and this one Nanaki Jr. Team Red as birds. That's my decision. Man, I love that I'm doing this right as I have, like, reflux. I have, acid reflux from, Shape's hot cross bun. So yeah, I feel nearly as sick as Yuffie. You'll be fine! We're having a great time! And I love how Tifa's just like deadpan through all this. Now that one box! I can't wait for Yuffie to get up to the perilous bit. Yeah, this reticle though. Doing my best, Yuffie. Well, rickety! Oh boy! Here we go! You better be fucking ready for this, Yuffie, because here we go! Roller coaster! Fuck yeah! I mean, I call bullshit on that, but you know what? It's fun, so I'll give you a pass. Amazing how he defied the laws of physics there, but hey, wasn't that fun? Yeah. Wasn't that fun? We all had a great time.
You okay?
I'm seeing stars. Cloud, you're so gonna pay for this.
Give the man a break. I think it was a memorable experience.
Yeah, I know, right?
Still alive.
Miraculous.
It's so weird that she gets motion sick even though she's a fucking ninja who like jumps and flips around like oh, Cloud, it's your twin. Oh.
Wait a sec. That is uncanny. I know, right? Meet Cloud Jr. Welcome aboard, Junior.
Oh, Junior. And Cloud's like, what the fuck?
Kill me.
No, Cloud, you love it. You have a soft spot for animals. Oh, hey, is that the mum? Damn, what is it? Like a duck? Yeah, go look after your other children. Stop neglecting them. We have to save their asses. You're a neglectful mother. Goodbye, Cloud Jr. Bye, bitch. Alright. How do these fuckers always get past us? We move so much faster than them. I call shenanigans. I call bullshit.
I am not looking forward to this.
Your homecoming?
Oh, hey, look, he's very happy with us. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Man, Nanaki doesn't like walking on this bridge. Boo, 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 boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here we are. I wonder if we're gonna hear the pronunciation of Barrett's wife. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Surprised you had the balls to come back, but we're so glad you did.
Don't pick on my boy Barrett! Are we just gonna let them do this to us? Can we smack him in the face?
There. A hero's welcome.
Leave him alone!
Yeah, thank you, Yuffie. For once, you're the voice of reason.
What?
Smack him! Smack him across the face! Make him suffer! Oh, we got the sunnies again.
Word to the wise. Stay far away from that asshole.
Well, too bad. We've been spending like the last month together, so suck shit. I'm glad I could make Barrett happy before all this happened. Although, I will say, let me tell you, despicable cunts, what's up, okay? So, Barrett was just one of the people who agreed to Shinra putting a reactor there. Dine was the only one who was like hesitant about it. So why the fuck are you guys singling out Barrett when he was just jumping on a bandwagon? It was everyone who wanted the reactor. You guys are even complaining right now that coal isn't worth shit. So you guys obviously know why the reactor was put there because, as you yourselves just said, coal isn't worth shit in this economy. So why are you scapegoating Barrett for? You should be scapegoating everyone who was part of that.
Don't tell me. Get rich quick scheme blow up in your face again? Try to sell out another town, huh?
Don't let him talk to you like that.
I can take it.
Oh boy.
Been out of work for ages. Wonder why.
Can you shut the fuck up? You know what? You guys are such dicks, I can actually understand why Sephiroth went insane and massacred Nibelheim. I might do my own Nibelheim right fucking now. Everybody get in the reactor and I'll chuck you all in.
How dare you show your face here?
Uh-oh.
Get the hell out of here.
You sure you're okay with this?
Yeah.
She your new wife? Well, good for you. Glad someone got their happy ending.
Actually, chuck him off the cliff. Actually, jump off that fucking cliff right fucking now.
Look, I'm just saying what everyone is thinking.
That doesn't mean you should actually say it, you stupid cunt.
What? Was it something I said?
Yes, it fucking was.
Do us a favor and scram.
No. I'm gonna stare at you very intently, because that is so... I may not like Tifa, but that is so fucking disrespectful. He's got 15 years on her.
Hey, guys. You mind if I pop in for a minute? There's someone I want to see.
Someone? Oh, right. Yeah, is this where we're gonna... the doctor? Okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be the doctor.
When I got hurt back in Nibelheim, they brought me to this clinic. The doctor here, Sharon, he's the one who saved my life.
Technically, he did, like, the first response stuff, but then you spent, like... was it a month or 5 weeks? You spent a long time in the clinic at Midgar. You know, with the, racist caricatures. Oh, believe me, I have a fucking video coming out where I go into deep detail about that, because, yeah. If there's one thing that I think that the devs need, like, harsh accountability for, it's fucking that. Don't make your antagonists Southeast Asian coded. Don't make 2 of your named brown characters be, like, scammers and manipulators. We can empower Tifa without punching down on people of color, you know what I mean? So, yeah, actually... fuck them for doing that, but... Sharon! Ah!
Do not be deceived. You know the truth. Trust in me.
Okay, it's just getting cringy at this point.
The hell's gotten into you, man?
Okay, see, this is where the point where you guys fucking communicate, because Tifa saw this happen in Remake. Why don't you guys fucking ask him? Ask him what it is, and then he could be like, oh, that looks like Sephiroth. Wait, they fucking know this, because he said that in the swamp! You guys fucking know this! Oh, you guys frustrate me. Fucking communicate!
Do you remember me?
Well, of course I do, Tifa. It hasn't been that long. You heal up all right?
I did, yeah. I just wanted to drop by and say thank you. If it wasn't for you, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Don't thank me. Thank Lady Luck and Shinra for that helicopter.
I'm sorry, Shinra?
I know you might find it hard to believe, but not all the apples in that bunch are rotten.
Ha!
But seriously, you're living proof of the good in people. Don't ever
well,
forget that.
No offense, dude, but you don't know her.
Yeah.
She hasn't been very kind so far. She's been a bit of an asshole.
Besides, you need to set a good example for your friends here.
Do you, though? You guilt-tripped.
Right.
No.
Well, I gotcha.
God, don't get me started again.
That gentleman's blood.
They tell us so much what a good person Tifa is, but her actions are fucking nasty.
At first, I thought it was just Mako poisoning. That is, until I ran some tests. The results were strange.
Ooh, tell us, Dr. Sheeran.
Strange how?
A substance turned up. One I've never seen before. Not sure what to make of it yet. But
blood!
One I have seen.
He's like, I've never seen blood before.
Ex-soldier.
It's not a job, son. Once a soldier, always a soldier.
No offense, but shut the fuck up.
Spare a drop?
No.
Cloud is an anti-vaxxer, confirmed. No, seriously, get your vaccinations, guys. Okay. See, this is part of the problem. Like, this guy did treatment on her for, like, the initial couple of days after Sephiroth attacked her. She was comatose during that time. How the fuck do you know her character? But also, the game's doing that thing again where it's just like, oh yeah, Tifa is so nice. And yeah, don't get me wrong, she has her moments of being kind, like when she was checking up on Yuffie with her motion sickness. That was nice. And when she's, you know, checking up on Barrett and stuff. But then when it comes to Cloud, sometimes even with Aerith and Nanaki, I don't know, Tifa just, she's not very consistent in how she does shit. Man, the voyeuristic vibe of this inn. Like, we just sleep on these mats and anybody can come in and watch us. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got no comments. But hey, at least this person can serenade us. Oh, Rolf.
Don't mind Rolf here. He's just a bit worked up is all. Wait, do you play
No,
Queen's Blood?
I do not. I'm sorry, Doggy. I'm not good at this.
If you ever want to play.
I'll have to wait till Antrali plays this. Then I can check out how good you are. Oh my god, what's going on in here? What a rambunctious bunch. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me check out what's over here. Barrett's theme. Yeah, in this place where everyone in town hates him, should I play his theme? No. No. Stop trying to force me to play your card game. I don't give a shit. Ah, Chudley! Stop making me talk to this little robot kid. I do not care. Yeah, I think I want to get out of here as soon as possible, because everybody's being so nasty to my boy Barrett, and I just want him to have a better time, even though I know that this first time in Gold Saucer is not good for him, or us for that matter, but I don't want to be here while people waste perfectly good wine on Barrett. Like, see, here's my thing, right? Like, they're obviously poor because of the reactor stuff, and Shinra fucked them up. And they're relying on handouts from Shinra, and everybody's starving, and all that. So then why the fuck would you waste valuable liquid on humiliating Barrett? Like, you're not making sense, mate. But anywho, yes, let's go to the fun place.
Hey, you can't let those assholes talk to you like that. We should go back and beat them up or something.
Yeah, Yuffie, why don't you go?
The whole damn
Go
town
punch a
can
cop!
crap on him. Someone tell me why I'm the only one who's pissed here.
I told you, I can take it.
Think you could at least tell us what it was all about? They were talking like you sold them out for money, but I know that isn't true. That's not you. So how'd they get it so wrong? This about her? About Marlene?
I mean, not exactly, but, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Corral wasn't much. Decent place with decent coal. Decent folks, too. Rough around the edges, but big hearts. Salt of the earth. And I sold them all down the river. Took away their future and their hope.
Oh, damn. Okay, we're going into a flashback.
Covered in soot and porous dirt. But none of that mattered. We had friends and family, and that was enough. Till we learned about the miracle of Mako and all we'd been missing out on. And then we just had to have a taste.
Yeah, see? It wasn't just you. It was everybody, so...
So now only Dine is opposed.
You see? So it's not just Barrett. Everybody's responsible.
I hear you, Dine. I do. But nobody sees any future in coal. So I ask you, why break our backs working harder and harder when we're taking home less year after year?
If I may, sir. Once the reactor is complete, a portion of the revenue will go to the town. Your community will be preserved, or enriched, I should say.
Man, I forgot Scarlet was part of this. I'm surprised she doesn't recognize her.
a better life than what we had.
You think I haven't thought about that?
I mean, to be fair, coal is, like, not much better for the planet than what you're doing right now. I think this is where Final Fantasy VII kind of fucks up its environmental message by kind of framing coal as, like, this non-invasive energy source.
Two years later, the reactor was finished, and the trial run went off without a hitch. Everyone was ecstatic, convinced it was the dawn of a new era. Then one day, the reactor exploded. Y'all saw the aftermath. And then, Shinra came rolling into town. Burned everything. Innocent people in their homes.
Was that Scarlet? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The cunt.
That bitch.
Yeah. I mean, that works too.
I don't get it. Why burn the whole town?
To craft a story that it was all the work of a local insurgent group. But ain't no villager ever gone near the reactor. They lied right through their teeth.
Murderers.
Yeah. Colonizers too.
That they are.
Especially considering that a lot of people in this town happen to be black or brown.
There's a whole lot of blood on my hands too. I pushed for the reactor. I put us on the path that brought us here.
Yeah, but see, in that cutscene, everybody was already on board with that, so you're not special in that. Why didn't they drive the mayor out of town? He was the one pushing that just as much as you were. Anywho. Point is, it's bullshit. Shinra sucks. Fuck 'em.
Is this really how it's gonna be? Listen, I don't want your sympathy or your pity. You can keep all of that nonsense. I did what I did, and I can live with it.
Right. We gotta shake this off. We're about to rock up to the funnest place ever. The Gold Saucer.
Huh?
So turn those frowns upside down.
You're really trying, Yuffie.
What in the hell? Ain't no one but you thinking about how much fun we're gonna have. Right?
Wanna have a look? It's coming up over there.
Ooh, let's looky. Oh, Nucky!
Glad to see we're all on the same page.
Sorry, Barrett. I know it's a bit of tonal whiplash for you. I totally get it. G'day, Websurfers. Editing Kabba here. Numerically speaking, Chapter 7 marks the halfway point of Rebirth. With the initiation of Yuffie into the party, the introduction of the weapons, and the revelation of Barrett's backstory, this chapter feels much more compelling and purposeful than those that preceded it. It's as though the plots finally decided to stop mucking around and start focusing on the actual cruxes of the story. Of course, Chapter 7's still plagued by the usual writing problems, but for now, let's focus on some positives for a change. The hike up Mount Corel might just be one of my favourite moments in all of Rebirth. The levity here feels more justified than in previous chapters because it's serving a greater narrative purpose than mind-numbing filler. Not only does Yuffie's adolescence and boisterous personality complement and in fact invite a more lighthearted tone, but these traits clash with the relative maturity and groundedness of the rest of the party, facilitating new opportunities for character and relationship development. It was delightful watching Barrett and Tifa try to keep up with their new companion, showcasing their unique parental qualities in the process. Likewise, I adored Team Red's interactions. whether it be their encouragement of Aerith during a challenging climb, their comfort of Cloud in the wake of his mental episode, or their fascination in Nanaki's elevated senses. See how these moments feel like real conversations between real people? How they don't feel as forced or stilted as other interactions, while still managing to convey something insightful and interesting about each character and their dynamics with each other? These dialogues were so refreshing in their sincerity and tonal discernment. It's an example of how the mandatory group splits can be well utilized when the devs prioritize the right elements. I also appreciate Barrett's change in mood during the journey, as it nicely foreshadows his rocky history with Corel and the emotional toll it's taken on him. His conflicted feelings add further layers of nuance to the jovial events of the hike. Even when he suggests reliving his youthful memories of the minecarts, his perceived betrayal of the best friend he used to ride them with still evidently weighs on his conscience, permeating the atmosphere of the scenes. Even if you don't know Barrett's backstory, you can tell he's upset and are compelled to keep the tracks to his preference to try and cheer him up a little. The character work on display in these scenes offers a glimpse into what Reproject could have been if it cared about the characters and themes just as much as it did the action and comedy. But of course, once we get to the Corel reactor, the writing starts to unravel again. Before I delve into the issues I have with this chapter, allow me to share my thoughts on its predecessor. In OG, the trek to North Corel seems uneventful, but contains some underrated moments of environmental storytelling. Taking place against the backdrop of a murky sky in the late afternoon helps to distinguish Mount Corel from the locations that came before it. In stark contrast to the aureate Costa del Sol and the verdant wilderness surrounding it, the muted earthy tones of Mount Corel instills a sense of dread and desolation into players. This is exacerbated by the barren landscape and abandoned infrastructure littering the mountain trail, suggesting that the sky's apocalyptic appearance might be caused by pollution even before Barrett confirms the area's history with coal mining. Not only that, but it complements the hostility the party, especially Barrett, is met with once they enter North Corel. Living in a makeshift settlement in the shadow of an amusement park run by the company that massacred their hometown, the populace is racked by trauma, poverty, and resentment. Barrett bears the burden of being partially responsible for his former community's predicament. A guilt so great that it fuels his anger and has motivated his every action up to this point. The brownish yellow tint highlights the grittiness of the situation, and the setting sun subliminally prompts players to move on as quickly as possible before tensions can escalate further. Additionally, the use of the song Dear to the Heart adds an air of poignancy to the expedition. Not only does it allude to Barrett's emotions leading up to his homecoming, but it's the same song that plays when the party escapes Midgar and decides to leave it all behind to pursue Sephiroth. This throwback could be said to remind players of the party's bittersweet resolve. Despite facing grave danger while their efforts are largely unappreciated and even vilified, they stayed determined to fight for the places they call home. Perhaps my favourite aspect of this area is an optional encounter which I believe serves as a microcosm of FF7's themes. Along the path to North Corel, players can follow the sound of chirping up a cliff, where the party discovers a nest with cockatrice chicks and an inexplicable glow inside. The player is then presented with a choice: take the treasure or leave it. If the player chooses to take it, the party will fight and kill the chick's parent before gaining 10 Phoenix Downs. Cloud rubs his head as the party leaves the orphaned chicks, presumably to die of either starvation or predation. There's so much I could say about how profound this moment is. The player isn't told up front what exactly the treasure is, nor are they warned that the means through which they will be procuring it will be violent. Even without these context clues, this encounter asks whether humans are entitled to tamper with nature, no matter how innocuously, just for the mere prospect of personal benefit. The subsequent battle and victory spoils recontextualize the encounter. The question becomes, is killing non-human beings in order to indirectly save yourself justified? One might instinctively believe this is a reasonable trade-off, the birds' lives for that of the party. As one of the few ways to revive KO'd party members, Phoenix Downs are absolutely vital for progressing through the game, but they're also not that hard to acquire. 3,000 gil is all that's needed to buy 10 Phoenix Downs. Not very expensive in the realm of RPGs, and they can be purchased from just about any item shop in the game. 3,000 gil to leave a family of birds in peace. Is that too much to ask? Are human lives worth more than that of animals? Why or why not? Is it not fucked up that we're quantifying the value of life in the first place? Holy shit! This is what Shinra is doing on a global scale! They bulldoze through thousands of moral dilemmas like this every single day in the name of profit. Did we just make Cloud & Co. succumb to the same destructive greed that defines the antagonists of FF7? Many video games treat their stories as supplementary to the gameplay, but being so uniquely immersive compared to most other forms of media, I believe there is potential in using a game's core mechanics to seamlessly convey stories, emotions, themes, and life lessons in a compelling way. In a meta sense, this encounter disrupts the video game logic that every enemy and item in the game is designed purely for the player's benefit, and that the in-universe world is theirs to plunder with no consequences. It invites us to unlearn that sense of detachment and entitlement we usually feel while gaming. I doubt Toby Fox drew direct inspiration from this moment specifically, but it's hard not to see a glimmer of the genre deconstructing ideas his games would later capitalize on. Overall, Mount Corel serves as a reality check for the party and the player alike, a timely reminder that this story is anything but glamorous or glorious. At least it did until Rebirth came along. Chapter 7's clear blue skies and heavy techno soundtrack undermine the foreboding tone this part of the story is meant to carry. Despite the added exploration in this region, it feels more like a playground for showing off Yuffie's ninja skills than a mindfully crafted set piece for FF7's lore and world building. As with the rest of Rebirth, Chapter 7 suffers from downplaying its sources of narrative tension and conflict. Even when Yuffie takes a few minutes to lament Wutai's colonization and genocide at the hands of Shinra, the writers make sure not to let us forget there's a bigger fish to fry, once again downplaying the more complex, relatable, and compelling sources of conflict in favor of Sephiroth's abstract, cosmic scale machinations. The scene where Cloud almost walks off a cliff frustrates me to no end. Having Nanaki chalk up his condition to the effects of being splashed by Mako earlier is absolutely asinine. Mako is not kryptonite. It doesn't just affect Mako-infused people specifically. It's more analogous to nuclear radiation. It mutates and destroys anything exposed to it. And it's not like Reproject doesn't know this. Mako is what turned a pile of rocks into the Mithril Golem from Chapter 3, and Chapter 4 of Remake details how Jesse's dad, a regular person, was left comatose after coming into contact with the stuff. To put it simply, if Cloud is feeling under the weather due to Mako, everyone else should be too, because they were also exposed to it. And guess what? This won't even be the last time that discrepancy comes up. Soon, Gongaga, soon! This bullshit excuse just goes to show how desperate the devs are to avoid addressing the plot hole they've dug themselves into. By front-loading Sephiroth's role in the story and accelerating the progression of Cloud's friendships, Square Enix has created an irreconcilable conundrum where Cloud already knows Sephiroth is manipulating him, the party already knows the roped figures are connected to Sephiroth, and they have already witnessed Cloud's behavior worsening in the presence of both on multiple occasions over the last few weeks. What reason does Reproject Cloud have to consciously hide his predicament from his friends? It's not like they wouldn't believe him. They know Sephiroth is alive and have seen firsthand what he's capable of. Psychic manipulation isn't exactly a stretch for someone as nigh omnipotent as him. And would it not occur to at least one of his so-called friends to look further into the very obvious pattern emerging right in front of them? Are they not even going to consider whether Cloud is becoming a liability in their mission? OG didn't even have this problem because Cloud's companions weren't that well acquainted with him, so they perceived his behavior as odd but not overly concerning. More importantly, Cloud's symptoms were subliminal until the events in the Temple of the Ancients revealed the true extent of Sephiroth's influence. Afterwards, nobody denied or ignored this bombshell. As soon as he realized what was happening, Cloud repeatedly voiced his anxieties about being controlled and losing himself again. While his companions remained by his side, their faith in him was evidently shaken, to the point that Tifa hesitated over affirming his identity in North Crater, and Barrett was reluctant to rescue Cloud in the aftermath because he suspected that he was nothing more than Sephiroth's shadow. It just goes to show how contrived and unsophisticated Reproject's writing actually is. It's flanderized Cloud's stoicism and dumbed down his companions just for the sake of plot convenience and misplaced OG conformity. Even if the aforementioned correlations somehow slipped everyone's minds, their leader almost falling to his death is not something a good team should take lightly. They're just gonna set him down for a few minutes and pretend like that solves everything? Hell, what do Aerith and Nanaki even do while sitting with him? An incident of this magnitude warrants nothing short of an intervention. Why did this happen? And does it have anything to do with the episodes he keeps having? Is he experiencing a mental health crisis? Or a lapse in reality or consciousness? Or something else? Is the party equipped to help him? If so, how? And if not, where can they find appropriate support for him? Is it even feasible for him to continue the mission in this state? Can they try to fight Sephiroth without him, since the robed figures are already leading them to the villain anyway? Rebirth doesn't care about any of these reasonable questions, and it doesn't want the audience to either. Whatever difficult conversations may have occurred take place off screen, in typical Reproject fashion. Why convey the effects of the conflict at the core of this story when we could just focus on more shoehorned game mechanics and goofy shenanigans instead? Speaking of which, remember that OG cockatrice encounter I described earlier? Welp, Rebirth took that subtle moment of philosophical intrigue and turned it into yet another fest of sanitized slop. Square Enix didn't want to jeopardize the reputation or marketability of their most iconic characters, or challenge players to make difficult choices and process the implications of their in-game actions, or even respect the OG moment's humble contribution to the thematic integrity of FF7. Nope. Apparently, the top priority was to milk that one offhand joke about Cloud's hair making him look like a bird. Just one more reference done for reference sake, devoid of all depth and sincerity. It's a cute and funny moment, but those are a dime a dozen in Reproject, and in this case, it completely cheapens what was originally a quiet, compelling event. Now, if you'll allow me to switch tracks, I've got some unfinished business to attend to from here on out, so please bear with me as I think this is an extremely important topic to resume. As I discussed in detail last episode, attempts to expand on the existence of BIPOC characters in FF7 have varied from patronizing to downright dehumanizing. In my initial playthrough, meeting Dr. Sheeran in North Corel reminded me of some questionable content in Traces of Tifa, which I promised to elaborate on. I want to preface all this by letting you know that due to the one-man nature of writing a novella, this is going to be one of the very few times I single out a specific person for criticism. This is not an incitement to harass or cancel Nojima, but rather an invitation for FF7 fans to think more critically about the franchise we all love, and for Nojima himself to perhaps reflect on his creative choices and the real-life harm they serve to reinforce. I will also be referring to Tifa as light-skinned throughout this next section. While I'm aware of the theory that Tifa may be of Wu-Tai descent, I simply don't have time to dissect that can of worms today. In short, this headcanon isn't well supported by source materials, but even if she was canonically Wu-Taian, her race doesn't preclude her or the novella from perpetuating anti-black and brown rhetorics. Just in case though, I'll refrain from explicitly labeling her ethnicity. Lastly, I want to reiterate that I am a white person from so-called Australia. I've done my best to articulate FF7's racial problems based on research, but I should not be considered a comprehensive authority on this matter. Please seek out black and brown perspectives, both from inside and out of the fandom, to get a clearer understanding on the following issues. With all that being said, let's get into it. Dr. Damini Irani and her son Rakesh run the clinic Tifa was transferred to after Dr. Shirin reconstructed her sternum. There she racked up a medical debt, and due to her extenuating circumstances, the Iranis organised accommodation and a job for her so she could repay what was owed. Little did she know they were inflating patients' medical bills to repay Rakesh's own debts from gambling, demanding up to triple what Tifa actually owed and using manipulative tactics to prevent her from finding out the truth. She ultimately does and forces the Iranis to waive her debt by the end of the story. So, vilifying two of the few significant BIPOC characters in FF7 is an iffy choice in of itself, but Nojima took this further by explicitly coding them as South Asian. Not only are their first names clearly Hindi, but he also notes their brown skin and prominent noses, and gives them a family name that just means orange, the colour that is famously sacred to multiple Eastern religions. He then went on to portray them as a family of healthcare workers who scam vulnerable people, combining two of the most pervasive Indian stereotypes out there. Not to mention, Rakesh's financial and psychological abuse of Tifa falls into the trope of the dangerous dark-skinned man preying on a light-skinned woman. These details, especially in conjunction with one another, are far too specific to be accidental. If Tifa's story really needed twist villains, couldn't they have been white or light-skinned instead? At the very least, couldn't Nojima have added some non-villain South Asian coded characters of similar significance in order to convey a more balanced representation of their ethnicity and culture? What narrative or thematic purposes does this blatant Indophobia pretend to serve? It's just straight up racism with no nuance or counterpoint offered to the target demographic. I may spend a lot of time nitpicking the extended FF7 franchise, and most of the time my criticisms are admittedly pedantic, or otherwise coming from a place of annoyance rather than serious anger. But this? Yes, this pisses me off! This shit goes beyond bad writing choices. TOT reproduces racial prejudice and presents it as being justified, sparing no thought for the consequences it has on the culture it openly vilified. This shit is inexcusable, and it's not even half of the racial biases this novella demonstrates. In contrast to the Irani's explicit racial coding, TOT opts for a more colorblind approach to Barrett, never making mention of his skin color. Despite this and the general lack of world building concerning his ethnicity, in my opinion his portrayal still reeks of anti-black microaggressions, namely in the way it canonizes the beginning of him and Tifa's friendship. They first meet while Barrett and Marlene are loitering outside of 7th Heaven. This behaviour is allegedly scaring away potential customers, prompting Tifa to confront him. Horrified by Marlene's poor grooming, she proceeds to scold him for making his daughter live in such a state, and for making guests uncomfortable, before Marle and Monty are convinced to let the duo stay in the basement. And all the white feminists clapped. I'll start with a relatively minor gripe. One of Tifa's first impressions of Barrett is that she doesn't like the way he talks, finding it rude and abrasive. While this is in response to his cussing and calling Monty an old fart, considering that black people are infamously typecasted as loud, angry, and obnoxious, it does beg the question of why Square Enix chose to portray him in such a similar way to begin with. From forcing slaves to speak English, to tone policing and the stigmatization of AAVE, white society has always patronized and condemned black people for their vernacular, using it to argue that black people are uncivilized and need to be brought up to white standards. Considering this history, a light-skinned character projecting her own standard of language and social etiquette onto a black person just doesn't sit right with me, especially when she explicitly believes his speech and manners need some work. Next up, the bar's patrons perceive Barrett as a threat, with Tifa herself weaponizing that paranoia to further shame him, even though he's just hanging out with his daughter sipping coffee. One could argue that his skin color has nothing to do with it, and they're only concerned due to his menacing body language and large muscular physique. To which I have to ask, why was he designed this way in the first place? once again, is it really a coincidence that the first black character in Final Fantasy history is heavily inspired by well-known racial caricatures? It's especially unwarranted when you consider that he's a ranged fighter, yet is way more buff than just about all of the actual melee fighters in the game, including the super soldier with a sword as big as he is. It's impossible to ignore the connotations of these choices, especially when Square Enix keeps making Barrett act or be perceived as intimidating for cheap comedy and or drama. They appeal to the assumption that black men are inherently dangerous and disorderly, an assumption that has led to countless black boys and men being disproportionately or even outright wrongly persecuted. They have literally been murdered for as little as daring to loiter around light-skinned people with the exact same biases as those seen in TOT, yet the novella presents them in an uncritical, almost legitimizing manner. That's already bad enough, but the more I examine this interaction, the worse it gets. Depicting Barrett as so stubbornly prideful that he seemingly condemns himself and his daughter to ongoing poverty, thereby validating Tifa's accusations of him being a bad father, was utterly disappointing. Not only does it once again appeal to notions of black people being less intelligent or civilized, but it also appeals to the infamous stereotype of black men being deadbeat fathers, whether through neglect, abuse, or total absence. As with many black stereotypes, slavery is the root cause. In this case, Virginia's Pater Sequitur Ventrum law, which severed black fathers from parental rights with their children born to enslaved mothers. Even long after slavery was abolished, black families remain hyper-scrutinized, persecuted, and fractured by white-dominant government bodies, perpetuating systemic racism and the associated cultural trauma. White people often disparage poor BIPOC families for not looking after their children quote-unquote properly, while failing to recognize that their predicament was largely manufactured by white powers displacing their communities, and depriving them of the natural resources and cultural practices that had sustained them for thousands of years prior to colonization. For all the criticisms I've seen against Barrett as a black character, I have yet to see anyone dispute his competence and devotion as a parent. In fact, many see him as a positive subversion of the deadbeat black dad trope, greatly helping him feel less like a caricature. So why would Nojima risk ruining that good faith in the nuances of Barrett's characterization? Especially when other titles never even suggest that their destitution has anything to do with Barrett's supposed laziness or bad attitude. I'd be amiss to not dissect the hints of aporophobia and classism that also permeate Tifa's holier-than-thou evaluation of Barrett's circumstances. Yes, she struggled. I'm not here to claim otherwise. She had to adapt to a completely foreign place, make new connections and rebuild social networks from scratch, work a demanding job for minimal pay, and maintain a frugal lifestyle for years while saving up enough money to repay her debts. But even though being lower working class while recovering from a severe injury is certainly not easy, is she really in a position to speak on behalf of all slum dwellers? Due to the arrangement she had with the Iranis and her later partnership with Marlon Monty, Tifa always had her needs met. Along with continued outpatient treatment for her skin grafts, she was also provided with her own private, fully furnished accommodation, access to clean water for drinking and washing, and a job which gave her a stable income and free meals. Furthermore, the waterkeeper gave her shower discounts and installed a curtain just for her sake, because I guess Tifa truly is that special and nobody before her ever deserved safety or privacy. Even the fact that she was able to save up at all, let alone consistently put away the majority of her daily earnings, is a luxury most people simply can't afford. She never had to forego sustenance, shelter, hygiene, or medical treatment in order to make ends meet. She never had to endure the humiliation ritual of job hunting, or the Sisyphean task of maintaining employment while raising a child and grappling with a permanent disability, all with little to no support. Yet she feels entitled to lecture Barrett about the living standards of the poor? And we're meant to side with her on this? If we're meant to believe Tifa when she claims Barrett and Marlene are an exceptional case, doesn't that imply the slums are better off than they appear? Does Nojima understand what slums are? They're home to the poorest of the poor, usually lacking consistent access to basic amenities like water and hygiene products. Homeless people in low-income areas aren't rare, nor is it uncommon for them to not be able to wash themselves for days or even weeks at a time, never mind their clothes. Barrett and Marlene would not be out of place in a real-life equivalent of the Midgar slums. Why did Nojima choose to sanitize the very concept of poverty itself just to make a point in Tifa's favor? What does denying the unpalatable realities of destitution say about his views on being poor? That it's only a mild inconvenience anyone can just bootstrap their way out of, and not doing so is indicative of moral failure? Based on the writing choices he made, I don't think that's an entirely unfounded impression. Even when Barrett later alludes to the struggles he faces as a poor parent, he conveniently switches to ranting about something hyper-specific to Tifa's circumstances, so that her feelings get hurt and he can no longer defend himself without looking like an asshole. Now, to be completely fair to Tifa, losing both of your parents at such a young age is genuinely traumatic, and you can't really control what triggers your grief around such a tragedy. But as the writer of this scene, Nojima consciously chose for the conversation to head in that direction. Why couldn't he let Barrett continue stating his case instead of derailing it like this? Barrett is right to push back against Tifa's out-of-touch virtue signaling. As much as she has struggled, she's still a sheltered teenager who's always had a safety net keeping her from experiencing the depths of poverty he has. She simply cannot comprehend, let alone empathize with, his circumstances. She deserves a reality check. It would broaden her worldview and help her become the mature, gracious person she's widely purported to be. But alas, a girl boss can never be wrong, so we're just gonna craft an excuse to make her the victim in this situation. Oh, and let's have Marlon validate his spiritual beliefs while we're at it. Fuck him for offering comfort to the girl who just insulted him, I guess. Not only does TOT frame all this as self-empowerment and righteous anger on Tifa's part, but it also has her be the main person responsible for getting Barrett and Marlene off the streets, with her tenacity convincing Marl to discuss living arrangements with Monty. I'm sorry, but this might have been the most cringe thing to come out of the entire novella. Why did Nojima choose to portray the main black character in this franchise as needing a light-skinned teenager to save him and his daughter from his own supposed inadequacy? Does he realize how much that contradicts and undermines him and Marlene's journey up to that point? Barrett worked tirelessly to pay their way across the entire world so his daughter could have a better life and he could enact vengeance on the company that put them in that position in the first place. He was not idling around, willingly neglecting his daughter and taking no initiative to improve their situation like TOT suggests. It gets even worse when you apply this knowledge to Tifa and Cloud's awkward chat in Chapter 3 of Remake. I know she's trying to invoke their childhood promise here, but through claiming to feel trapped by Avalanche, she's also implicitly playing victim to its leader, a man whom, according to TOT, she holds power over both as his landlord and as a major source of financial, material, and infrastructural support for his illicit activities. Tifa is by no means a hostage to Barrett. She well and truly has the means to evict him and divest his eco-terrorism cell whenever she wants, and as previous interactions have established, he's not exactly inclined to stand up to her in an argument. So what reason does she have to act like such a hapless damsel in this situation? Not only do I find it gross that Square Enix keeps romanticizing Tifa's weaponized incompetence and codependency when it comes to Cloud, but to do so through haphazardly depicting a light-skinned woman infantilizing herself to try and get a white man to rescue her from a black man she has significant control over is woefully ignorant of Square Enix. Do they not realize the racial implications there? How it echoes the insidious history of white women exploiting black people, from being active participants and upholders of slavery, to weaponizing benevolent misogyny in order to make false allegations and incite racial violence, even lynchings? There were ways to empower Tifa and contextualize her relationship with Barrett and Marlene without appealing to white saviorism. For example, have Tifa witness Barrett job hunting across the slums, where he keeps losing or being blacklisted from jobs due to discrimination based on his appearance, disability, and/or parental status. He can then offer his services to Seventh Heaven in return for accommodation, with Mal and Monty expressing the same skepticism his other would-be employers did. Recognizing the prejudice playing out in front of her, Tifa can then vouch for him while calling out their behavior, helping him finally convince them to accept him and Marlene. See how that effectively showcases Tifa's empathy and growing assertiveness without undermining Barrett's agency or playing into aporophobia and racial stereotypes? I don't think Nojima hates black and brown people, but the racial biases in his work with TOT is undeniable. Like I said in my initial playthrough, you don't need to punch down on BIPOC characters in order to uplift Tifa, or any other white or light-skinned character for that matter. I hope I've been able to convey just how normalized racism truly is, and how it manifests in so many more insidious ways than just extreme hatred or violence. Everyone internalizes racist rhetorics from their upbringing, with many of us passively or actively benefiting from systemic racism depending on our level of privilege. And Nojima is no exception. He's literally profiting from this shit. But just like anyone else, I truly believe he is capable of growing and unlearning these biases. But in order to do that, he needs to realize and acknowledge the damage he can cause when he writes about marginalized groups he's not very familiar with. We need to remember that despite its cultural politeness and hospitality, Japan has racism, colorism, and xenophobia problems just like everywhere else. Black and brown people in Japan might not face direct violence or vitriol very often, but they still endure microaggressions and racial profiling that result in an alienating atmosphere. Maurice, Matthew, and Saeed, 3 residents of color, sued the Japanese government for racial discrimination in 2024, and their legal battle continues to this day. Their lawsuit is pioneering multicultural awareness and pushback against systemic racism in a country that has historically denied and downplayed it, encouraging Japan to self-reflect and grow as a nation. I highly recommend following their campaign. Their crowdfunding site is complete with progress updates as well as Japan-specific data and statistics on racial discrimination. I'll be very keen to see the outcome of this lawsuit, and whether the overall journey will help set a legal precedent to protect black and brown people from racism in Japan in the future. These men represent the consequences of the insidious types of racial prejudice reflected in TOT's depiction of Barrett and the Iranis. Us FF7 fans need to stop infantilizing Square Enix and hold them accountable for this shit. It hasn't been a small studio, let alone an indie team, for decades, nor is it oblivious to problematic cultural attitudes both overseas and in its own domestic market. And its actions in uncritically reproducing such narratives are not harmless. As an international, multi-million-dollar business, Square Enix desperately needs to accept the responsibilities that come with that status, including an obligation to practice cultural respect and sensitivity. They need to provide cultural education for their staff, and to center appropriate BIPOC writers, designers, artists, and consultants during all stages of production to ensure they aren't misrepresenting any racialized minorities featured in their products. Only then will we see Final Fantasy VII represent racial diversity and celebrate multiculturalism. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this retrospective was a lot, physically and mentally, but I hope that all made sense and gave you something to think about. Take care, have a great day, and I'll catch yous all later. Bye!